camera do I look at?
All right, welcome back to K24 Alfajiri. Thank you so much for staying tuned from 6 o'clock to right about now, just a few minutes past 8 o'clock. And as usual, we are live on our social media platforms. That's Facebook, K24 TV, Instagram, and Twitter is at K24 TV. Well, this is another edition of Bold and Beautiful. And as we mentioned, today it's all about beauty on a budget. When we talk about beauty, the first thing that comes to your head is, how much money am I going to spend? Well, today we are solving all those problems for you because we know it's January, whichever you want to call it. So we have all the solutions for you. And joining me in this segment is a lovely lady, and that's none other than Lyn. Kitahi, karibu sana to K24 Alfajiri.
Thank you, Serah.
Looking amazing as usual.
Asante. I have to keep it up, right?
Keep it up, yeah.
Lazima to keep it up, 2019.
2019, and I love your hair.
Thank you so much.
Looking so good.
Thank you.
What do you do?
What do I do? So I am a marketing practitioner. At the moment, I'm an independent consultant, but I'm also a huge natural hair enthusiast. In fact, I'd call myself a natural hair advocate. I'm always that girl telling people, imagine, go natural, it's life, trust me. Yeah. And there are people who tell you they went natural and it is life, thanks to me. So yeah, in a nutshell.
All right, when we talk about beauty, we say never ever compromise on your beauty.
Yeah.
Is there anything like beauty on a budget? Is it possible to hack?
Of course it's possible to hack, especially in the day and age of Pinterest and DIY. It's really a matter of getting a little bit creative and also just going a little bit out of your way to research, find online what can you do, what can you use. And then we live in a land of abundance. You know, in Africa, fresh produce is not expensive. You can find nice oils that are not necessarily too expensive. So it is absolutely possible.
Okay. Yeah. So let's start with you. And your natural hair.
Yeah.
Before you went natural, you used to relax your hair.
Yes.
Tell us about that journey. How was it for you?
So I relaxed my hair when I was in high school, when I was in boarding school, because it was for, oh my God, I can't maintain this hair when it's like this, because it was this voluminous, if not more. And in high school, you don't get to do salons or anything. So I just went ahead and relaxed somewhere in between there. And it worked out at that point. But once I left and was getting into college, relaxed hair just became, first of all, bland, boring for me, but also, I mean, I kind of was experimental. Even in my time as a permed chick, I used to do haircuts, I used to do color, but then I got to a point I was like, and I moved to, I chopped it off and went natural. So I started with a little twa, the teeny weeny afro as they call it. And once I got in, it was such a, it was life-changing. I know it sounds a bit, what's the word? Like I'm exaggerating it. Yeah, it was extreme, like it does.
Life-changing. I'm like, life-changing?
It was only because I didn't expect it to be. You see, I was not cutting my hair because I was expecting there's something on the other side of cutting your hair. But there's a beauty when it comes to natural hair that you discover of yourself. That's not pegged on hair, so to speak. That's not pegged on just your looks. So I discovered that. But also I discovered a huge new world of natural hair community, other women who are doing it. There was a lot of them abroad, but there was also quite a nice community here in Kenya. And that was 6 years ago. But what else did I find? I became very, I just really empowered myself in terms of how to take care of my hair. I began to learn what to do. I began to understand my hair and what it needs and what it doesn't need and what looks nice and what doesn't. And then with time, I mean, I basically did DIY. I never went to a salon for so long. In fact, I used to see a salon. Actually, I have this tradition to this day where I'd go to the salon once a year for the blowout, to see like the length check and for a trim, because I'm lazy. I'm not about to do that in the house myself. But people do it. But for me, I like that ritual of going back once in a while just to see what it looks like, and then of course someone else to touch your hair. It feels nice. Okay. But another thing I can say is I also saved a lot. It worked out for me. You see, we will talk about saving money. Yeah? All right. Okay. But I want us to talk about, you know, you cutting your hair and you going natural. Was it something that you were experimenting on, or was it a new phase in your life that, you know, because I know most people who cut their hair, it's because it's a new phase, fresh new start. Yeah. You know, new year, new me. I can't say that it was a new year, or rather it was a new stage for me. Or rather, I didn't think of it like that. So when I was cutting my hair, I was genuinely just tired with it, and something in me said, you know what, just chop it off, just let it go. You're holding on to it for nothing. So when I did that is when I was like, oh my God, wow. First of all, yes, I am an African queen, but you get an understanding and appreciation of your own beauty as an African woman when you cut your hair. And you know, something that people don't talk about much is how, okay, maybe they do, is how much beauty for women is pegged on your hair. and especially length.
Yes.
Length is especially a big deal, and I don't have positive feelings toward that because come and look at you. You're amazing, you're gorgeous, and you don't necessarily don sijui how long hair, right?
Well, I do sometimes.
Sometimes, but you see, right now you're not, and it doesn't mean you're any less beautiful or any less womanly or any less sexy, so to speak. So it's just that thing of, oh, you know, don't cut your hair, oh, keep it, because I got a lot of that. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of, you can't cut your hair. All your hair, no. But I did it, and people at first thought it was weird, but later I thought, okay, you're really rocking it. It's working out. It looks nice, and you know what? Maybe we can also give it a try, you know, eventually.
Roughly, how much did you used to spend on hair?
I'd say,
because you were relaxing your hair, you're coloring your hair by that time. So you need to treat it. Yes.
Kwanza, so the coloring, first of all, is a topic on its own. But when I would just do the normal regular treatments, that's about at least 2,000 in a month, and that's at least. And that's being lazy. You're doing it once in 4 weeks, you know, because you're told to go every 2 weeks. And then I would relax. So
that's
maybe
like
about
4 Gs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'd relax my hair probably once in 6 months. But that's because my growth was not aggravating me. I liked growth because I like big hair. That should have hinted at the fact that I liked natural all along. Yeah, yeah. So I liked big hair. So I did it after every 6 months. But there are people who would do it, of course, a lot more frequently. Okay. For me, relaxing would cost maybe another 3K. 3K on top of the 2K that you were using for treatment.
So that's around, let's say, 4,000 plus 3,000. That's 7,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much.
And you still have the.
And I never did. And
Wow.
And I never did weaves.
Yes.
Yet.
So basically, it's around 7,000 to 10,000 a month.
That's if you're also extravagant.
That's 120,000 a year that we're spending on hair, without weaves. Weaves can cost to as much as, well, Vera said that has costed 500,000. That's half a million. Is it possible?
That's another discussion we need to have. Guys, where do we get this money?
Hi, Vera, good morning.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so it's quite expensive. But do you think, I think most young African women think that, having a relaxed hair is the in thing, and that's what defines beauty. Do you think that we've been brainwashed by the Western culture, so to speak?
Of course. But let me put it like this. I think that we have been westernized because of everything we had to endure coming from colonization. So I believe, this is my personal stance, it came from that far back. You see, the colonizers probably came and found Africans doing their thing. I mean, if you go online, you'll find really nice pictures and photos of what Africans did with their hair. But because of slavery and everything that whatever we had to go through, coming out of it and trying to assimilate ourselves into society to make it, you've already been told that the way you look is not appropriate. Enough, so you need to you need to sort of assimilate yourself to look like us, because this is the standard of beauty, the Western standard of beauty. That means flat, straight, flowing hair that is blown by the wind. Guys, whose hair is ever blown by the wind in Africa? Show me one person. I mean, with your own natural hair. But you see, that's what we believed, and that's what now we took on. So it became so much a part of us that we don't even realize that, by the way, we were basically rejecting our own beauty. We are basically saying, okay, you know what, my hair is not good enough. My hair that decides to, grow standing to praise the Lord is beautiful. We didn't believe that. So it's an unlearning. It's a process of unlearning. Going natural is beginning to realize that, okay, by the way, my hair is perfectly fine. It's just that I never knew how to take care of it. And it's work learning to take care of it when you come from that. But it's worth it, and I think it's the best way to go.
Oh, absolutely.
Ask me.
I am not my hair.
And then with that.
Yes, yes. So let's talk about your hair. I love the crown.
Thank you.
Let me just call it a crown because it looks like a crown. Most people actually do think that maintaining natural hair is very, very expensive.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
Gosh, you already know. I absolutely disagree with that, and I feel like it's a conspiracy theory that's been started by people who maybe feel like money is being taken from them because people are not going to the salons. But the truth is, natural hair isn't expensive. Natural hair is as expensive as you make it out to be. In the same way that you can basically take care of your hair on whatever budget. Kama budget yako inasema, this is how much you could use. You will use that. And it's the same that can apply for natural hair. It's just that people have been told, this is a myth, and I'm so against it, that there are certain products that you need for your hair to look a certain way. Now, that's the lie that we've believed. First of all, it's not about the products at all. It's really about the hair care. It's about the techniques. It's about the process and the procedures. It's not about the products. No lie, there are some people who will testify, myself included, that there are some very nice, beautiful, expensive products that your hair just rejected. My hair was like, girl, what is this you're trying? But then I found nice cheap stuff, and then my hair's like, yes, now we're talking. So I was like, really? Why didn't we just have this discussion earlier? Right? So it's a myth, to be honest. You can't take care of your hair on whatever budget you have. It's really just, it's your will, it's your choice. But I agree that at the same time, it's just that people don't know that. People just don't know that there are other products you can use. You can use things even at home that can help you. So yeah, I totally debunk that myth.
Right. And this seems to be the in thing, because I'm seeing every pastor and most of the bloggers are going natural, which is really, really good.
I love seeing it.
And people like you who are advocating natural hair. So what do you do to maintain this hair? Cheaply.
All right.
On a budget.
Oh, on a budget.
Yes.
So first things first, keep it basic. Don't try, and when I say keep it basic, have a specific regimen, a simple regimen. It doesn't have to be complex, and stick to that. So first of all, I've been natural for 6 years.
Wow.
And that basically means, one, I have tried a number of products, and I already have discovered exactly what works for me. And then two, I have settled there and gotten lazy. So I don't even know, sometimes I don't even know some of the hottest products that are in the market, because I haven't gone out to test them, because me, I'm still finishing my stash. So yeah, so keep to the basic, keep to your basic regimen, not regime, team. Yeah, let's discuss. It's regimen. Okay, so keep to that regimen.
This is not English.
Yeah, and then also now two is don't be a product junkie.
Okay.
So I remember, especially when I first went natural, there was this craze of, you see this new product, you see this one, you're trying it, you're trying. And I mean, how many leave-in conditioners can you have? How many oils can you have? You can have a number, an array, yes, but I mean, today you can't try this coconut oil and then tomorrow try another same coconut oil.
And that's the thing about the cosmetic industry, because there's always something new being introduced to the market every night and day.
And it always has some special formula to do some magic for you.
So you need to keep up with it.
But no, you don't actually. You don't actually need to keep up with it. And especially because you'll find that some of them will end up not working for you. So you spend so much money, and then you're left there with some beautiful range of products that you cannot even use. Where do you start?
And
where do you go? It's expensive, yeah. So one, keep it basic. Two, definitely don't be a product junkie. And then three, learn to swap products with other people. So you have already made that mistake. Umenunua, you have stash in your house, you don't even have space for it anymore. Your spouse is looking at you like, that could open for us a shop. That's where our money has gone. We could have gone for a holiday, but this is our life now. So find people you can exchange the products with, or give them out. But of course, exchanging products is a lot more budget friendly, because then you're like, this one I tried, it didn't work for me. How about we swap with you? And maybe the product didn't work for the other person, and then you get to actually experiment. So you don't have to become a product junkie by buying it all. You just need to find people to swap with. And the natural hair community is huge now. You just need to go and engage them on social media, and then be like, guys, I have this product, who wants? And then I want something in return. I want an exchange. People always communicate. I mean, people even as far as Kisumu and Eldoret will be like, I'm interested, I'll ship it. Yeah, that was my experience once. It was a bit of a journey, but it works.
Okay, so previously you were using around 10,000 a month to maintain your hair. How much do you use right now to maintain your hair?
I wish I could count, because you see, I'll buy a product, let's say at the beginning of the year. That product will take me for maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
That is except for conditioners. I use a lot of conditioners. But a lot of oils will not have to spend a lot. So for example, I'm a big fan of using something like an essential oil. So they come in these really tiny bottles. And basically they're very concentrated oils. So when I'm, let's say, mixing an oil for my hair, I'll just put in like 10 drops. Do you know when I bought this thing? I bought it in 2015. No?
Wow. This?
15. Yeah, 15, 16. I'm still using it. And yes, to be honest, it was like 1,000 Kenya shillings, which is, I think, on the higher side. But look at it in relation to how long I've used it. I forget about, I bought maybe 2, and then I forgot about that. And I've been using it ever since, and I've been reaping the benefits of it.
Wow.
So, I mean, and then let's not forget the fact that I hardly go to a salon. I only go the once a year ritual. So on my nappyversary, that's when I celebrate the time I cut my hair. It's actually coming up soon. But there are a few times I said, okay, let me just go to a salon if I'm really tired. But maybe if I enter a salon, it's 3, at the very most 3 times a year. That's like a lot, 3 times a year. So how much can I say I spend?
In a month?
0 Kenya shillings. Because I'm not buying.
Okay, so how do you maintain your hair? How do you, because you need treatments, you need conditioner, you need,
So
the oil.
So let me ask you, if you buy, let's say, a treatment, let's even, like, for example, this one. It's not like a treatment. Okay, it's a treatment, but I'll talk about it later. But let's say you buy this. Yeah, sorry?
That's a mayonnaise?
Yes, it is mayo. This is mayo, and we'll discuss why it's here. But imagine I bought this one today. Let's say I bought it for about 500 Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll take me to finish this tub? I'm going to use it maybe, let's say, okay, specifically because it's mayo, I'll use it once a month.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it for the whole year.
Okay.
That's 500 shillings spread out through the year.
But what do you use it for?
I use it for protein. It's a protein treatment. Wow. Yes. So when it comes to natural hair, we usually need 2 major things. You need moisture. Moisture is everything for natural hair because our hair doesn't get the moisture it needs from the scalp. It doesn't travel through the strand because of how curly or kinky it is. So moisture is important. But the second thing it needs is protein. And protein basically strengthens your hair. It helps to coat the shafts of your hair in such a way that it basically makes it stronger. But protein is used sparingly. There are some people who are protein sensitive, which basically means they can't use it often. So for example, myself, I'll use mine once a month. It works for me. But there are others who will probably use it once in 3 months, others once in 6 months because of how protein sensitive they may be. So there are very nice treatments. You can find store-bought treatments for protein. There's actually one called hair mayonnaise. You can find any store. But I use kitchen mayonnaise.
Wow.
And it works just as well.
Wow.
Yeah. You can actually also use yogurt. It's just that I love my yogurt.
Yeah.
I feel pain. So I prefer mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kind of yogurt?
Yeah. But I would suggest you take the natural one.
The natural one, yeah.
But that's only because it's a preference. I mean, sometimes with natural hair, you can get to a point where you're like, I know this yogurt will work. Ata kama ni strawberry, and you put it. But I prefer to stick to mayo because then I don't have to think about flavors. Okay. Yeah.
So you just apply it the same way that you'll apply a conditioner?
So what you do is, before you get into the wash day, just before, I suggest you apply it right there and then. So let's say you're about to wash it on a nice Saturday morning. So you wake up and then you wet your hair. Either you enter the shower and drench it, or you just use like a spritz with water. This is just plain water. And then you apply it in sections, the same way you apply treatment, the same way that apply any treatment on your hair. And then you just throw on a cap. So I usually put on like a paper cap. You can buy them in supermarkets. They come in packs of 10. Or a paper bag if you still have them. We used to use that before they became illegal. I don't own any anymore, but you can use that. Leave it on for 15 to 30 minutes. So basically you can go about other things in the house and then now get into the normal wash day. Go in and shampoo. But you have to make sure you still do a deep condition, a treatment. So the same way you do the washing, the conditioner, and the treatment, still follow through with that because this one does strengthen it. But if you leave it alone, it can harden your hair. It can make it brittle. So you need to balance. Remember, so it's balancing the strength and moisture.
Absolutely.
The two go well together. If you have one more than the other, you're losing. You're going to have hair breakage. You're going to lose hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I see you have a lot of products on the table. So I want us to take a short commercial break, and then when we come back, you will tell us how to mix all these things up and the advantages that they have on our hair, right? And then also Rispa will be joining us to talk about skincare. Awesome. Right? So it's all about beauty on a budget right here on K24 Alfajiri. In case you have any questions, please do not shy away from asking on our social media platforms. That's our Facebook, K24 TV, Instagram and Twitter is at K24 TV. We take a short commercial break and then we come back with more on beauty on a budget.